what I want to start with is this. A lot of the conversation around AI and acting gets stuck on imitation. Can AI mimic emotion? Can it sound emotional? Can it look emotional? And the answer is, sure, to a point. But that's not the real question. The real question is whether emotion can be experienced by a system that has never lived a life. Because acting doesn't start with output, it starts with experience. As actors, we don't just display emotion, we draw from memory, instinct, association, contradiction, and lived history. Even when we're trained, even when we're technical, even when we're controlled, there is always a human past fleeting the moment. AI can generate an emotional pattern. It can replicate the rhythm of sadness. It can assemble the shape of anger. It can simulate joy. But it doesn't know why those emotions exist. And that difference matters more than people realize. When I hear someone say, AI can perform emotion now, what I usually hear underneath that is confusion about what acting actually is. Acting is not the presentation of feeling. It's the relationship to feeling. A human actor doesn't just cry, they resist crying, or they hide it, or they're ashamed of it, or they don't even realize it's happening until it's already there. Those contradictions are where performance lives. AI doesn't have contradiction. It doesn't have resistance. It doesn't have embarrassment. It doesn't have emotional memory that sneaks up on it unexpectedly. It doesn't remember being wrong, or losing something it didn't know it valued yet, or realizing too late that a moment mattered. Actors do. Even when we're not consciously pulling from our own lives, our nervous system is still involved. Our bodies react before our intellect catches up. That's not poetic language. That's biological reality. Human emotion is not linear. It's messy. It's inconsistent. It contradicts itself constantly. That's why real performances feel alive. AI, by design, seeks coherence. It looks for patterns that make sense. It optimizes for consistency. It smooths edges. But human emotion isn't optimized. It's disrupted. Think about the moments that stick with you as an audience member. It's not the clean emotional beats. It's the awkward pauses, the breath that comes too late, the laugh that escapes in the wrong moment, the silence that wasn't planned. Those moments come from experience colliding with circumstance. AI doesn't collide with anything. It doesn't have stakes. And this is the part that often gets lost. Actors don't just feel emotion, they interpret it. Two actors can experience the same feeling and choose completely different expressions of it. One leans inward, one pushes outward, one avoids, one confronts. Those choices aren't random. They're shaped by identity, culture, history, fear, confidence, and self-awareness. AI doesn't interpret emotion through a self. It doesn't have one. So when people ask whether AI can replace actors emotionally, what they're really asking is whether performance is just data. And it isn't. Performance is decision-making under emotional pressure. It's choice layered on top of feeling. It's knowing when not to express something, knowing when stillness is louder than action, knowing when silence will do more work than dialogue. That kind of restraint doesn't come from a data set. It comes from being human long enough to understand consequence. And directors know this. They might not articulate it this way, but they respond to authenticity, not accuracy. A director doesn't say, that emotion was technically correct. They say, that felt real. Felt. That's the word. Feeling is relational. It happens between people. An actor senses a scene partner's energy shift, adjusts timing, changes emphasis, responds instinctively. AI doesn't sense another being. It calculates response probability. And that's not the same thing. This is why acting training still matters. This is why craft still matters. Because craft isn't about producing emotion on demand. It's about understanding yourself well enough to allow emotion to move through you without forcing it. AI doesn't allow emotion. It applies it. And that difference shows up on screen, even if audiences can't always articulate why. They just know when something feels hollow. So when we talk about the human advantage, this is where it starts. Emotion is not content. It's context. It's history. It's vulnerability. It's the accumulation of moments that shaped how you respond to the world. AI doesn't have a childhood. It doesn't have regret. It doesn't have longing. It doesn't have shame or hope or unresolved conflict. Actors do, and that doesn't make us fragile. It makes us essential. Because the future of acting isn't about competing with machines on speed or scale or volume. It's about continuing to do the one thing technology can't do: experience life and translate that experience into meaning. AI can generate emotion, but only humans know what it costs. And that cost, that weight, that lived understanding is what the camera still responds to. Every time.